Welcome to the Councilmen Show, episode 165. We're going to be talking about Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, Stranger Things, Ms. Marvel, all those kind of stuff. Tune in for this episode.
Welcome back to another episode of The Councilmen. I hated doing Kelvin's voice. Today we actually don't have that much stuff. Only a few news here and there, but we did watch quite a lot of things, mostly TV related. So yeah, there's the three of us, not the usual. There's Albert. Hello there.
Oh, there.
You didn't respond with the right. You're supposed to say General Kenobi.
Oh,
What a disappointment.
We'll do it again. Oh,
I'll leave.
hello there.
General Kenobi.
Okay, whatever. We have Teguh. Yes, you said it. Yes, Teguh. And you got me. And as for Kelvin, I have no idea where he went.
We don't got Kelvin.
Kelvin told me that to let everyone know that he's back in the hospital, so that's why he's not
Yep.
here, and it's indefinitive when he's gonna be back.
Yes, he has suffered a chronic pain in his wrist from too much masturbate. Never mind. Let's get on.
Whoa. Okay.
Never mind. Let us you guys can get on with the show.
Yeah. Before we get on with the show, just a quick funny story. When you were mentioning, I hate doing Kelvin's voice because I was like, I want to listen back on the episodes where I wasn't on, right, where it was just you and Teguh was there as well, I believe, and like Kelvin, I was just playing it on a car when I was driving, and then my mom is like, "Why does Kelvin keep doing that voice in every intro?" Like, I'm like, you know what? Over the years, I've been doing this. It just becomes. I don't even realize it, but when someone pointed out, like, yeah, it's like a choice.
Really? But honestly, I realize it every week. Every week
you
I have
annoyed
to go
every
through
week?
the same horror of him saying, "The Councilman." He did it. Ah!
He does say it every week.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's ingrained in my head.
uh,
Sorry, I don't know. I wonder if the viewers actually like notice that, or they just kind of don't care about it, or.
yeah. Well,
But yeah.
but yeah, talking about viewers, we are live right now. If you're watching live, thank you for joining us. I guess you're called the stream team. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for joining us live. If you're listening on audio, welcome to the audio listeners as well. We also do live streams every Sunday, 10:30 Eastern. So
Yep.
join us on live stream. That's on John Movie's YouTube channel if you want to watch the live stream. But if not, again, on audio, we are the Councilmen. Subscribe to all of us not in all of us. Subscribe to this podcast in all the platforms: Apple, Spotify, Podbean. Leave a review. Also, I just found this out recently. Apparently, if you're international, because we are classified as a U.S. podcast, because I uploaded from the U.S. If you're international and you leave a review, we cannot see it. So send a screenshot and send it to our email, which I forgot what our email is. We have an email. I think it's councilmenshow@gmail.com, and we'll read it out. And follow us on our socials at Councilmen Show. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some news, like Ariq said. Would you like to tease us on some of the news before we start on the weekly watches?
Well, there's some Stranger Things about some apes and a hunter and Indiana, not the state.
Well, Stranger Things is in Indiana, so you know.
Is it? It's just Hawkins in Indiana.
Hawkins is Indiana, yeah.
Oh, I just know that. You know, that was 2 years old when I learned that. That's very interesting.
It makes sense. There's also Storm and Hawkins, so you know. It's
Yeah, there's a lot of apes as well in there. I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, not really, no.
Not that one.
Well, in that case, let's just move on to before we get to the news, of course. Let's go to the weekly watches. I'm talking like Kelvin again. I don't like it.
Hmm.
There you go. All right, so Teguh, take us away with what you have watched, even though you've already told us before the stream.
Right. Well, obviously, I watched nothing.
Ah, I like that movie. What is it about? Why am I asking what it's about if I
Um,
know?
that is a good question. One I
Hmm.
am unable to answer.
Wait, how many times in a row have you not watched anything? Are
I
you
don't
breaking my
know.
record?
Actually, I think
have you been
I
watching any
broke the streak
show?
because one week yeah, yes, I was watching a show, but I watched Obi-Wan. Like, that's
Okay.
not really a weekly watchies thing now, is it?
Mm.
Oh, fair
Okay.
enough.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say though, I am planning on watching something.
Hmm.
I just haven't found the time. I was um gonna watch what was it called? Memoirs of a Geisha. It looked interesting.
ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of that. I
Spielberg.
don't know what it is though.
I believe it's Spielberg and
Is it
Pease.
Spielberg?
I think it's Spielberg. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's a tease to our upcoming news, I guess, because that's
But
composed by
yeah, it
John
it
Williams. Because I
looked
think John Williams won an Oscar for that. I think.
it looked interesting, so I decided, you know what, why not?
Very
Yeah.
well. All right. So that's a tease for I don't know which episode. Oh, very cool.
Uh, yeah, like you said,
We will.
he's been planning to watch it. How much of a plan do you have? Like 6%,
Oh.
12%?
I literally just thought
Oh.
about doing this like
So
last
that's more
night,
like
so
so it's like 0.5%.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll
yeah,
get to see what the Goo watches maybe next week or 2 weeks later.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
perhaps.
for this week, I did watch something with Kelvin actually, with Kelvin and
Ooh,
another friend of ours, not the Goo because he's not here. Um,
ooh,
we were
Sad.
watching the movie The Black Phone.
in theaters?
So we discussed about this like in the trailers some
Nice.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to mention the reason why we watched this movie is because we wanted to watch Lightyear, right? But then I checked that they have no schedules in the cinema because apparently it is banned in my country because this country is pretty of the homophobe. So yeah, that was very problematic. So we had to watch an alternative, which is the Black Phone. But
Mm.
so yeah, the Black Phone it's not as scary as I thought it would, but then again, it was supposed to be like a more of a psychological thing. Um, Overall, the movie is actually pretty good. The plot was, it's not complicated, so it's like easy to understand and everything. I like the supporting character, which is the sister of the main character of the kid. I just at one point she just said, "What the fuck, Jesus?" I just like the delivery of that. It made Kelvin laugh. It made Kelvin laugh in the theater, who nearly spilled the popcorn. But yeah, so yeah, the movie. I like the movie. I like that. What is it? Like how everything got like resolved, like the mystery behind it and all that. Ethan Hawke played a very what is it? A creepy performance. So that was pretty cool.
All right.
um, I'm not sure what else to add in there. And I don't know why, but like the jump scares are a bit unnecessary. It's like it's not that scary. It's just like in the theater, it's loud, kind of annoying. And when I was watching this with like the other friend, it's Tara. She said that the movie made her like stressed because she doesn't know like what's going to happen next with the kid. It is actually quite unpredictable, like what's going on. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I like it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 in a letterbox. So did Kelvin.
Yeah, and Calvin actually sent me his review, so I'll read it real quick. He said, "The Black Phone. I think story is intriguing. Quite a few moments were real tense, and I like the concept. Ethan Hawke is great as the Grabber. That's his name, the Grabber. That just
Yeah.
sounds.
They just called him the Grabber. I know it sounds a bit.
Ooh, the Grabber is coming for you." Okay, right.
Stop it. No.
Love.
The Grabber.
Continuing on. Love the mask he wore. All the kids acted great, and all are likable characters. Mason Thames, who played Finney, really looked like a shrink down Eisenberg.
Yeah, he mentioned that. Okay.
The supporting characters, Gwen, played by Madeleine McGraw, stole the spotlight by a mile. Her acting and line delivery is just perfect, especially when she shouted, "What the fuck, Jesus!"
Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, this is a Scott Derrickson movie, right? So yeah, interesting. Director of
Uh,
Doctor Strange, the first one. So
oh, is
both
it?
of you, 4 out of yeah, he directed the first Doctor Strange, and then yeah, obviously he didn't come back in the
Nice.
second.
Yeah,
So
that's
4 out
pretty
of
good.
5 for you guys. But yeah, in the live chat, Cameron
We
asking,
just checked the list. Yeah.
Arik, have you seen Sinister, the other horror movie,
No,
right?
no, I
Okay.
don't know what it is, but like I've never like seen it before. Is it why is it like similar vibe to the Black Phone or something or
I heard it's really scary. I don't know if it's true. I haven't seen it, but yeah, all I know is that
really scary?
It's Scott Derrickson's last work before he go to Doctor Strange, and now he's doing the White One. So
Oh, oh shit. Shit, maybe
yeah.
I should watch it. Damn. Yeah, no, I remembered. I think people did describe it as like it was one of the scariest movies of all time or
Mhm.
something. That's very scary. I should make the go watch it.
Yeah. Also correct. Thank you, Cameron, for the correction. It's produced by Spielberg, directed by Rob
Mm.
Marshall. This is a reference to Memoirs of a Geisha.
Oh, my more suffogation. Huh.
Okay. So that was the Black Phone, 4 out of 5. Did you watch anything else, or is that it?
No, that was the only movie I watched with Kelvin.
Okay, so before we go to me, I think let's Calvin have another weekly watches, so let's just stick with him real quick. He watched
Yep.
Antlers, the 2021 movie. He said that good, maybe quite average. I like the use of the Wendigo folklore, and I like the design of it. I mean, Del Toro is involved, so it's bound to look good. That's having said that, you don't really see the monsters because it's always in the dark and use minimal lighting. The color of the movie feels very monotone. Performance-wise, it's just all right. Nothing that stands out. 2.5 out of 5. But yeah,
Hmm.
I remember seeing the trailer and the poster. The poster looks really cool. It's like just antlers covered in blood or something like that. But I never end up watching it. So I guess it's not that good. But yeah, let me just write that down real quick. But yeah, I guess now going to me for my
Mhm.
for my weekly watches. I forgot what I watched this week. Give me 1 second. Let me look at my letterbox and see what I watched.
Albert's flexing on us. I watched a lot of movies.
I didn't watch a lot. Oh, you know what? Okay, I can talk about. Okay, I'll talk about Jurassic World Dominion because technically I watched that this week and I want to talk about it. And the others
Oh yeah.
the other films I watch are the Planet of the Apes films, coincidentally with the news, so I can just talk about it when we
All
talk
right.
about Planet of the Apes.
You didn't talk about Dominion last week, did you?
No, because I didn't. I watched it the day after the live stream, so I want to talk about it. Teguh, have you
Right.
seen Dominion?
No.
Okay,
Seen Dominion. There you go.
I'm gonna keep the spoiler to a minimal, I guess. But yeah, I the film is like for a film that has an awesome trailer, had legacy characters that everyone loved, supposed to recap the series, and the premise is great. The premise of like dinosaurs roaming on Earth in the wild, what you gonna do about it? It sets up and have so much good potential, but the film is nothing but mediocre. Like it is dull, and that's like not again with that premise. It's like that's not what you hope from this franchise. Also, I guess okay, minor spoiler. I guess the trailer is like dinosaurs in the wild. What you gonna do about it? That is probably like in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the film, because the middle of the film is literally about a locust invasion.
Yeah.
That's what the film is about, dealing with a prehistoric locust invasion and what they're gonna do with it scientifically and whatever. That is the premise. That is literally the film. So I'm like, huh, okay, I guess we're doing that for a Jurassic World film. But yeah, no, it's okay. I don't think it's a horrible movie. I don't think it's great. It's just like really just there. And I think I can say the same with all the other Jurassic films. Only like Jurassic Park is like the only really good one, and the others are like there. It's like they're not awful. They're just like in the middle. They're just
There. Yeah.
average. They're just fine. But yeah, the dinosaurs are okay. Nothing really special. There are not really that many. scary moments. There is a shot that's really cool, I guess, in the film where like a T-Rex walks in front of like a circle fountain, and they made the logo
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Jurassic Park.
So it looks
Okay,
like the
that's cool.
logo. Yeah, that's cool.
But aside from that, everything just feels kind of anticlimactic. Um, yeah, it just feels like there are moments where it builds up something, and then the payoff is like, okay, I guess that's the payoff. It just feels kind of anticlimactic. There there is a little bit too many characters, I think, in my opinion, because like you got Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, you got the
Yep.
kid from the previous film, you got the three legacy characters, and
Yep.
then I'm guessing halfway through the film they're like, huh, this is a really white cast. We got to add some diversity, so they add two more. They add two more people who you can probably take out from the film wouldn't make a difference, but they add two more people to it, so there's like
Yeah.
what nine,
They,
nine,
they had
11.
the pilot and what's his name, Ramsey.
Ramsey, who is like the worker for Biosyn, right? So
Yosin, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that's like 8 characters. And there is a particular scene where all of them have to go on a helicopter. And in my head, I'm like, that's a lot of people for a helicopter. and, and like the thing is, we know none of them are gonna die, so the stakes aren't there at all. So I'm like, yeah, okay, they're gonna survive. I'm like, if they had killed one of them off, they would have been like, oh, damn, what a standoff. Like killing like Ian Malcolm or something. But there's like, I know they're not gonna kill any of them. So what's the point? But yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I think you said similar things during your review, right, Rick?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you should. Actually, wanted to mention. Yeah, they did do a bit of like fan service here, and they're like, the part where what is it? Again, bit of a spoiler, but without the story, it's not much. There's a part where like Ian was like waving this like fire stick at the dinosaur, at the Giganotosaurus.
Yeah.
That's like an homage to the first one where he was doing that with a flare to the T-Rex in the
Mm-hmm.
first Jurassic Park. I thought that was a neat little reference there. That was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, and in that particular scene too, going with the like too many people when they're going around the car, I was like, that's literally
Yeah.
like a clown car thing. Like there's too many people coming out, it's like not stopping.
Yeah, no, that scene was a bit like
also, also
crammed.
this is what I have problem with the fan service. I think the fan service is good. I think it is done really poorly
Mm,
because the moment when Ellie and Alan met for the first time, it's supposed to be cool. Like it's supposed to be great. And like when Ian Malcolm met with them for the first time, it's supposed to be like, oh, they're back. This is the gang. But the way how they did it just feels very like boring. It was like, oh hey, sup?
yeah.
Want a beer? Like, no, it's in the morning. Okay, let's talk. It's like, whoa, what was that? And like the music is like really dull as well. Like I don't know, there's something about it. At least for me, I thought it was like done very poorly. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's just kind of like, oh hey, what's up, hey, and like
Yeah,
they did like kind of play the theme at the background, but it was very faint, I think. So it's like
yeah,
that
it's like
doesn't convey
very
as much emotion.
yeah, definitely. One last thing I want to say about that film. There is a moment when Ellie is like looking at uh looking at like the crop field that's like destroyed by the locust,
Mhm.
and she is like, "Wow, I've never seen anything like that before." You've seen like a living dinosaur, and this one surprises you. What the heck?
Hey, crops, crops. I don't know what to say.
But yeah, that's my Jurassic World opinion. 3 out
Hey,
of
what do you
5.
mean? What do you mean it was so stupid? That part of the movie was kind of cool, Cameron.
What part
I
of the
was
movie
shitting
did?
my pants when the T-Rex went behind the big circle statue, just like the logo. I don't know. I quite liked it.
It
I
was
thought
kind of stupid. It was kind of stupid, but yeah, no.
it was
I think
cool,
I
but
think it's a
stupid in a
cool
way.
shot. Yeah.
It's a cool stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, Teguh, you haven't seen this. Hearing all this, does it make you more excited or less excited for Jurassic World Dominion?
I think I'll actually be fine not watching it.
I think Teguh has never been interested in dinosaurs. Actually, I don't know. Have you? No,
I
you're not that
really think I
interested.
really think if you want to watch it, do it while still in theaters, because I don't know how much worse it
Oh,
would
more.
be watching at home
Well, come to think
without
of
the
it,
screen.
yeah. It's not as intense, I guess, if you watch it from a
Mm.
screen. Is there any other movies, Albert? You want to
Uh,
talk about at least?
I think it should be okay. Again, I watch that. I watch a couple of James Bond, but I don't really want to talk about it too much. There's not much to talk about. I did watch the original Ape stuff, which I guess I can tease now, but I'll just okay. I'll talk about it more in the Apes segment of the news. But one real quick,
Oh,
I watched the original Planet of the Apes, and I can't remember who said this. A friend of mine said this, but the title is literally Planet of the Apes, right? And I don't know. You guys, have you seen the original one?
I don't think so, or I can't remember.
The 1968 one. But yeah, it's called Planet of the Apes, and the first few minutes of the film is literally like the humans. They crash land on the planet, and they're like, it's like a mystery of like, oh, where are we? What creatures are there? And it goes on for like the first 20 something minutes, and then it's like, well, the title is called Planet of the Apes, so we know what's going on, but they treat it like it's a mystery of like what's gonna happen. So I'm like, huh, that is, I never thought of that, and that's really dumb. Now that you said it, so
You got spoiled by the title. Fair enough.
fair. Yeah, but yeah, that is the weekly watches. So we watch Jurassic World Dominion again,
Again,
Antlers and the Black Phone, and the
Black
Goo.
Phone and nothing.
Nothing.
And nothing from Teguh. Okay, keep it up, Teguh.
You damn right I will.
All right, so I guess we'll move on to our first bit of our news.
Mm-hmm.
Where how do I relate this to monkeys? I can't relate this to monkeys. So we're just moving on directly
There
to
are
Indiana
monkeys in
Jones.
Indiana Jones 4.
Oh, that's true. You know what? Indiana Jones is a human. They evolved from monkeys. Anyway, so
Oh, okay. Not where I was going, but okay.
so the next news, John Williams is retiring, and Indiana Jones 5 may be his last film. Um, wait, is he like the director or? Hang on.
John Williams is a composer. He
Oh, the
composed.
composer.
John Williams is a legendary composer who composed Indiana Jones theme, Harry Potter, Star Wars,
Star.
Superman, the original
Oh
Superman
shit.
theme, Schindler's List. The list goes on and on.
So the theme that was it. That was him.
That was him.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, that's very cool.
he's literally probably the most prolific composer. Again, E.T., Home Alone,
Oh,
Memoirs of a
he
Geisha, Close Encounters,
he makes bangers. Then yeah, he makes
Saving
everything.
Private Ryan, all the Star Wars stuff. Catch Me If You Can. Like he works with Spielberg a lot.
Damn,
Yeah,
it's incredible.
he said that he is retiring from film, not necessarily from music. He might still want to do more music stuff, just not for film. And he said that Indiana Jones 5 may be his last. And he said, "quote If Harrison can do it one more time, then maybe I can too." So he's retiring.
Damn.
Currently, he's 90 years old, which is, I mean, that's really old, especially with music. I feel like that's like on the older end. Um, but yeah, nominated for 52 Academy Award, winning 5 of them, 6 Emmys, winning 25 Golden Globes. I think 52 might be like the most nomination of all time. I need to fact check that. But yeah, thoughts on this news of John Williams retiring?
Well, now knowing that, now knowing that he literally made all the like most famous like themes that we've ever heard, like Star
Mhm.
Wars and Star Wars and Indiana Jones and all that. Wait, did he do Jurassic Park as well?
He did Jurassic Park.
Oh my God! Nah, nah, nah. Oh, that was never mind. This Downey's he's a big legend. Well, to be fair, you know he is getting old, so I guess it's high time that he is about to retire. So, but man, the dude, his career, that's a lot of movies he can put under his belt. Like, yes, I made all these themes, all the famous ones, all the ones we keep singing. Oh,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
100%.
But what would be my favorite theme out of his? I think it has to be Jurassic Park. Every time somebody tries to sing something, and we're just like nah 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 nah. It just everything comes back to Jurassic Park, dude.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. Teguh, what do you? What do you think about this? The news, or what is your
Well,
favorite theme that he's made? He's done a lot, by the way. Many.
I know he's done a lot. That's why I can't answer.
All the Star Wars, including the prequels, is it? Yeah.
Did he do that
Yeah,
as well?
he did all the Skywalker saga.
Oh,
That's all him. The spin-offs not him, but Skywalker saga is him.
That is a
oh.
lot.
So including the bad ones like the sequels.
Well, the
What do you
music, the
mean?
music are great in the
I
sequels.
mean, I mean, like
Race
the
C.
movie is bad. I'm not talking about the
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah,
story.
yeah.
I meant the movies are bad. Yeah,
But
can
it's a
decide.
meme gold mine.
Oh no, the sequel, not the prequel.
I don't know. Can I not just answer everything?
No, no, there
Damn it.
has to be one that clicks with you the most.
Clicks with me the most. Jurassic Park.
Oh god damn it! We'll
Because
always
of
remember
that.
him by that.
Yeah, I mean, it's partly it's partly you guys for spamming that as well, but
I
yeah,
didn't do
no,
anything.
it
Don't put me in
resonates
the
with me.
don't foster
Every
me
time
to
we play
get it.
Minecraft, like somebody introduces their house. Welcome to Albert's Island. You can't help it.
Hmm.
Yep.
How about you, Albert? Your thoughts or your favorite
I
movies?
mean, yeah, he's been
I mean, your
working.
favorite like
He's been working since the
theme.
1950s, which, oh my
My
god.
God.
I don't know how much. You know what? I'm actually going to open IMDb because I think IMDb might have John Williams how many credits because Wikipedia definitely does not. But yeah, he's been nominated for 52 Academy Awards, 52 Oscars. That is the most ever for any living person. I think Walt Disney might hold the record like for most ever nominations, but he's dead. So um,
Damn.
Shit. But he's dead.
well, you
But
think
he's
I'm
dead.
talking?
All
Is that
right,
is that is
Albert.
that a lie? Is that a lie? Teguh?
No, it's not a lie at
No,
all.
No, it's
Walt
not a
Disney
lie.
have Walt Disney have 59. John Williams have 52. The next closest is Alfred Newman, who's also a composer at 45. But yeah, John Williams
How about
have.
the
Yeah.
awards you won? Do you know any of that?
So yeah, he won. Let me just go here. He won.
Honestly, he
He
deserves to
won
win something.
five. He won
Oh,
5 of them. I know one of them is Schindler's List. I want to say. Let me okay, let me
I've
just let
heard
me
of
just
that,
let
but
me
I
just
didn't.
fact check. Let me just fact check this. John Williams Awards composer. Nope, I don't want the filmography. Oh no, this is gonna be really long. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Sorry about this. Is this fun for podcast listeners? I'm trying to figure
He
out
has
like the.
he is such a successful person that like you need to scroll for a very long time just to find out some words and everything.
Well, I looked that up. John Williams has, based on IMDb, he has 165 composing credits, including like film and TV shows, but
Oh
165
wow.
projects. Yep, that is insane. And in terms of where is the awards? There we go. Awards and nomination. So he has won for Fiddler on the Roof, 1972. He won for Jaws. Yeah, Jaws. How did I
Mm.
mention Jaws? That's like the iconic theme. He won for the first
And
Star
then
Wars.
oh,
He won for E.T., 1983. And his last
yeah.
one was Schindler's List, which is 1994. He was
Wow.
nominated, I think, for every Star Wars score he did. I'm
Fair,
pretty
well,
sure.
fair enough. Yeah, I like Star Wars like
Yeah.
themes.
Harry Potter, he got nominated for the first one. If I'm not wrong, where was it? Jurassic Park 1993, 94. Oh yeah, Jurassic Park wasn't even nominated that year because Schindler's List was him, and that one won him. So yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah. But yeah, he's legendary.
Disappointing.
Disappointing. I mean, it's a good score. There's like so many. Like you literally, when you think of like movie score, like you can directly think of his like
It's like
Star
all
Wars.
yeah, any famous like movie like scores. Most chances are it's most likely made by him. It's most likely made by John Williams.
Yeah. Uh,
Well,
and
I
yet,
guess his retirement also marks the end of what is it, iconic movie scores. Maybe. Hopefully, people can like. It's hard to live up to his expectations.
True. I mean, like
Oh,
we got Hans Zimmer, Michael Giacchino, which I think Michael Giacchino is the closest thing to like John Williams style music, which is
yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
I love Michael Giacchino. But yeah, no, John Williams, legendary. And if I were to answer, because I have an answer, my favorite of his scores, obviously Jurassic Park is up there. Superman is up there because like like it's so iconic when you think
Oh,
Superman.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh.
Jaws, obviously, we already talked about it. Indiana Jones is probably my second favorite, but my favorite is because I grew up with it. It's the Harry Potter stuff. He did like the iconic Harry Potter thing, like dun, 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 dun.
I didn't know that was
Like
made by him.
and there's so many other stuff like in Harry Potter. He did the first three. Buckbeak's flight in the third one, where he's riding Buckbeak. The music
Yeah.
is like fantastic. It's like the drums like dun, 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 and I'm like,
Oh, I don't
oh,
remember how the music goes, but I know the scene.
oh, the music is great. It's super underrated. But yeah, the first Harry Potter is done by him, and obviously, I mean, the themes and motifs are used in every single film. Like even in Obi-Wan, they still use the Imperial theme. Like, can you just
Yeah.
imagine being the person who's like, all right, make the theme song for Harry Potter, this iconic book series. Good luck. And he did it and like blow our minds. Same with Star
Yeah,
Wars. Like all his music, like
and it's still
Empire,
recognizable like today as well, you know.
and still used like every single
Yeah,
time. It's like it's insane. His legacy is insane.
the dude
He
had
knows
that
what he's
music like
doing.
Mhm.
I mean 70 years what is it, the music industry of well, the movie industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just made everything he makes as an icon. I'm just damn.
Mhm.
That's incredible. Yeah, this is the first news I'm actually like, oh damn. That's actually neat. I actually know shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
well,
So most
yeah, more
likely,
stand up.
the Oscar is gonna award him a win in like Indiana Jones or like, well, like, I don't know if you can. I guess Indiana Jones you can, but even though there's gonna be lots of similar themes. The Fablemans is coming out this year. I think it's in my draft pick. Spielberg.
Is it?
Yeah, because Spielberg, the Fablemans, number 7 right there.
Oh, is it like
um,
composed by?
it's composed by John Williams, so he's probably gonna win that just because the Oscar is gonna give him his last Oscar. I would think. I don't know.
No, to be fair, well, you know what? He's retiring. Give him his last Oscar. But
Given
to
the
be
last
fair,
one, it's
he's
like
most likely deserved it anyway.
it's still insane that he got nominated 52 times. He only won 5. That is
I
like
don't know. What you said
that's
he
like
won five. I'm like,
nuts.
no, that sounds pretty fucking BS.
Like Superman didn't win. ET won, which is good. Yeah. Raiders didn't win. Like what the hell was nominated that year?
Raiders. Oh,
Best
oh.
composer, original score. Oh, Chariots of Fire. Okay, never mind. Chariots of Fire. That makes sense. That's an iconic theme. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add for this? Dun, 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 dun,
Because
dun.
sing a theme song, anything by him.
What
Sing the Imperial
dun,
approach.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, there you go. There you
The
go. That's our thoughts
icons.
on it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So the great. Well, he's not. You can't call him the great John Williams because he's not dead. He's just retiring. But you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know.
Yes.
In the live chat, people are saying like
Yeah.
Superman,
Super.
Jaws.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to like
Yeah.
his. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've heard anyone who said I hate John Williams. I don't think I've ever heard that. But
No, that doesn't. Yeah, no, that's just it's just stupid. There's no one that ever said like, "Oh, this theme song sucks." I don't even watch Harry Potter, and I like the theme.
it's so iconic.
Yeah. Well, then with that, we can move on to our next news. From John Williams to apes. What? That makes no sense. Well, yes, he did. He did not compose for Planet of the Apes, but anyways.
No, he did.
But there's a new one coming. A new Planet of the Apes script completed sets up a new trilogy. Is this the new one that follows like Caesar? Or, I'm confused.
So it's the same chronology as the Caesar one. They are doing a new film. Who Wes Ball, the director of the Maze Runner films, is going to be
Mm.
directing it. They completed the script, and apparently the script is going to set up a new trilogy. But they just completed the first script. They're looking for a star now. There's no news if Andy Serkis is coming back or not, because obviously, spoiler for War for the Planet of the Apes, Caesar died. So if
Yep.
he's going to
I
come back,
remember.
it's probably going to be a different character. But yeah, they are doing and the new film is set, and they're set for a upcoming film.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Or
it's gonna
has it been
follow
confirmed?
Caesar's
Like,
legacy.
oh, has it been confirmed? Like when the movie's coming out or whatnot?
No, but I just found this out right now that apparently the film title is revealed to be The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That is very long.
Well,
Something of the Planet of the Apes is always how they went with it. Just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I mean, we got like Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and then the Tim
Oh,
Burton reboot, just Planet of the Apes, and then Rise, and then Dawn, and more. So the upcoming one, if it's actually gonna be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that's kind of cool.
that sounds right. It's yeah, befitting, I guess. I mean, that sounds like I don't know. The apes have finally, I guess took over everything, or it's like the start of their civilization kind of stuff. That sounds kind of cool. Tango,
Yeah.
your thoughts on this? Have you actually not keep up? Like, have you actually watched Planet of the Apes? Any
I've
of it?
seen one where like the main character. I think I recall bringing this up in an episode once because I recall thinking it was Mars, but then Albert corrected me it wasn't Mars.
Which film? The first one?
I don't remember which one this is, but it's the one where like the dude is like an astronaut and he ends up in this like weird planet and it's full of apes and he comes
Oh,
back to Earth and it's full of apes.
Oh, okay. So
oh,
so Tim Burton, Planet of the Apes.
oh, that's the
Oh.
one. Okay.
Yep, that's like one of the worst ones.
Yeah, that's the only one I've
Yeah,
seen, which is probably why you can understand why I'm not exactly interested at all.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I Go ahead.
oh, do you want to go? Go ahead.
No, so I was just about to say the
uh,
the Rise, Dawn, and Warp of Planet of the Apes is low-key one of the best trilogies in the 2010s. Like, I don't think, yes, there are some who are better than the others, but like all of them are like great movies in terms of sci-fi, and I think you will really enjoy those too. Because especially the technology with the motion capture is like incredible. I think the stories are actually great. I think you would highly enjoy that.
actually, I come to think of it, yeah, I did remember the Rise, Dawn, and War of the Planet of the Apes quite well. I did actually enjoy it too early. And I know, like I said, I'm a guy who's mostly like into like the action movies and all that, and those three movies they do have quite a lot of action.
Yeah.
They are pretty cool, and they do look cool. The apes do look really nice, the CGI and all that. So I suppose I am kind of hyped for the new movie, the supposedly Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes,
Hmm.
and I suppose a lot of people here also are quite excited for it as well. I guess for reasons if the new movie is like anything like the previous trilogy.
Yeah.
What do you
What do
think?
you think?
What is your like excitement level on this? Would you say it was coming out
I
like on 2024? Would you draft it for next year?
Yes, because I trust Wes Ball. I think the Maze Runner films are underrated in terms of action,
Right.
and like the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
The story, I guess, following the books, but like it's pretty. I enjoy the Maze Runner films for the most part. Um, and if Andy Serkis camp is involved, like even though if he's not acting, if he's like a consultant or a producer, then I have faith because again, I thought the three films are good, fantastic even. Um, and I guess it really depends on the story. And I mean, I understand, like Cameron said in the chat, West Ball worries me.
Yeah.
I understand, but I thought they're fun films in terms of they have horror vibes to it too, and like the sci-fi-ness and everything. I believe what they can do with this one.
Yeah. 'Cause I think I remembered like what is it? The Maze Runner films. Like, well, they weren't like the most incredible movies critically, but I did
Hmm.
remember they were. It was the first one, the Maze Runner, was actually quite entertaining. So
Yeah,
I suppose if this movie won't do that well, I would think that it would at least be entertaining to watch.
yeah, and like this one is gonna follow the legacy of Caesar. So like I guess after because the end of the
After
last film is like they found a sanctuary in a way, and Caesar passed on. So it's probably gonna be like the apes finally like having a civilization within themselves, like a sanctuary, and how they deal with life without Caesar, which could be
uh,
interesting to see. Like, oh, is there like an ape that come to power in a more militaristic kind of way, like how the gorillas are always portrayed? or if it's like they're gonna go more like intellectual with the orangutans and the chimpanzees, humanistic side.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, actually, can you answer this from Katie Lynch? I think she's talking about the
Yeah,
what are the stories of the 70s films, the 70s. What is
yeah,
it?
perfect
Planet of
question,
the
because
Apes.
I was about to do it anyway. So yeah, the first one. So spoiler for all the Planet of the Apes film. That's like 10, 20, 30 years old. Uh, so the first one, Planet of the Apes, follows Taylor, an astronaut who, and a bunch of his, and two of his other friends. An astronaut who is like, you know how time is like different in space and everything, but yeah, an astronaut.
Mhm.
Something went wrong in space. He jumped to the future, crash landed on a planet, and then in the planet turns out it's Planet of the Apes. It's full of apes, and he got captured. He got like they're trying to find out. He's trying to find a way home, um, and then the apes are trying to find out why is there a human that can speak, because everyone in that in the Planet of the Apes, none of the humans can speak. They're like savages basically. And so like why is there a human can speak? And eventually at the end of it, Taylor is able to convince some of the apes to help him out. And then he tried to escape with Nova, which is another girl, which is like a mute girl, which is a reference to the new film because there's Nova, a real Nova
All
in the new
right.
film.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this one is like an adult girl that's become like his mate. Um, so they eventually escape, and they found out at the final scene of the film that the planet is Earth this whole time. It's a futuristic Earth because there's Statue of Liberty, like the ruins of it. So that was like the first film. Second film that I could pick up from that, there is another spaceship that crash land named with a pilot named Brent, and he's trying to like, oh, what is this planet? Sort of like a similar thing, like what is this planet? And then he founds Nova, who have Taylor's dog tag, and like, oh, you know Taylor? I know Taylor. I work with him. And so they found they basically like on an adventure to find Taylor. Taylor turns out have been captured. The second one's really dumb, by the way. Taylor's been captured by a group of underground mutated people who worship an atomic bomb. And these people have telekinetic powers, and they've been living underground this whole time, and they can speak. The apes didn't know these people exist. The people know the apes exist. They're just hiding underground this whole time, and they basically worship atomic bomb as like a god. There's like whole mass and everything. It's like I think at the one point they changed the whole words to an actual prayer, but change it to atomic bomb, a Christian prayer. And I don't know, I was like, that is nuts. But yeah, basically, Brent and Nova found Taylor underground. The apes found out about this. They decided to invade them. So there's like a full-on brawl between the apes and the mutated psychic people. And then the end of the film is basically the atomic bomb is like triggered, and Earth just boom destroyed. Earth is gone forever.
Earth, the entire Earth gets blown up.
Yep. So beneath Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. It follows. This one is one of my favorite ones, but a lot of people don't like it. It's a fish out of water story. Zira and Cornelius, two chimpanzees who are the ones that befriended Taylor in the first film. They happen to be, before the planet explodes, they were on a spaceship trying to escape the planet. And when the explosion happened, it triggered some kind of like space-time continuum. They got pushed back in time. They're sent to the 1980s. And then they crash land, and then the humans of regular civilization, they're like, why is there apes that can speak? What is going on? So it's like a fish out of water story of the apes, like, why are we in the past with humans that dress up properly? We've never seen this before. And the humans are like, this is freaky. We got to put them in check. They are apes that can talk. What if in the future they can they take over or whatever? So it's like a story of like a manhunt of the apes. There are some humans who help them out, but the apes are like on the run, trying to live their life at the same time, but at the same time being hunted. And then at the end of the film, it's like the apes, like Zira got pregnant with a baby with Cornelius. And so they want to try to kill the baby because they're afraid that the baby becomes like the future revolutionary or whatever. And eventually at the end of the film, Zira and Cornelius got shot by the military. And their babies are quote unquote thought to be dead as well because the baby got shot. Turns out before the babies got shot, they were at a circus and they swapped the baby with another chimpanzee baby. So the actual Zira and Cornelius baby is in a circus with a circus owner named Armando. And so they didn't know that the offspring of Sira and Cornelius is there. That is Escape from Planet of the Apes. Are you guys still following me so far?
Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
And then so we
I
got
got it.
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Jump 20 years later, Armando, the circus owner, is now with an adult ape who names himself Caesar. Uh, so
Yeah.
the adult ape now, they are in this future where there has been a pandemic that killed all of dogs and cats, and basically any household pets, they're all dead. So apes has been domesticated to become like household pets and like servants and everything. And Armando and Caesar is just trying to blend in, try to not get caught, and Caesar basically tried to not speak at all because the people are still afraid that, oh, what if the apes take over one day and everything, especially talking ape, right? So
Yeah.
they're still afraid of that. They're trying to blend in. Eventually, like Caesar get exposed of like that he can speak. Armando gets killed. Caesar gets exposed, and Caesar basically with the other apes in the like in this place which they called like Ape Management HQ, which is where they like there's like it's literally there's like an ape auction. We're like, all right, chimpanzee lot number this. How many do you want to buy? 15,000, 16,000. All right, that much. But it's basically like a whole place where they sort of like train apes to become like servants and do like iron your clothes, pour water, whatever. There's like a whole place, and basically Caesar and he leads a revolution. Like we're tired of these humans. Let's rise up to become the planet of the apes. And so there's like a whole-on war between Caesar and the humans, and basically, at the end of the film, Caesar and the apes sort of win. So that is the end of Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and finally, Battle for the Planet of the Apes is like years later. Caesar is married, have a kid. There is a whole ape civilization already. Humans are basically like the second tier. They're basically it's like flipped. So like the humans become like the servant kind of way, but they sort of live like an equal, the humans and the apes. Like some of the humans are like teaching apes how to read, some of the apes are like teaching humans how to hunt or whatever, something like that. But they sort of live in equal. However, like the gorillas, because they always like the bad guys in these films. The gorillas are like, oh, we don't like being equal with human. We want to be strong. We are the military. We should just kill all the humans. So like there's like a civil war going on between the gorillas and the apes, and there's another faction of humans from the previous film who turns out didn't die and it's like living in secret, and they're like no, so it's a battle between like the apes and the secret faction of humans, and then the gorilla and the civil war because the gorilla killed Caesar's son and everything like that. So yeah, it's all like a mess, full on fight. There's a scene in that film which is like all of the apes has died, has like fallen because the humans got weapons and everything, right? All the apes have fallen, and then like, well, Caesar, you're the leader. Now you have to step down. You have no chance. Everyone has fallen. And then like the Caesar is like turned around, like, well, you might think that, but we apes, we never fall. Something like that. We never give up. And now we fight like apes. And then all the apes like wake up and like, and they all attack the humans. It's so much fun. Like the apes just wake up and like beat the shit of all the humans. It's like, oh, they went ape shit. So yeah.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that's basically the 5 original films. I'm not gonna touch a Tim Burton one because it's non-continuity. But
Fair
yeah,
enough,
that was the 5. That was the 5 one.
Well, come to think of
Thoughts
it,
on all of that?
the last two films do sound very similar to the Rise and Dawn of the Planet of
Yeah.
the Apes, like
Yeah.
story-wise, Caesar and all that. But of course, they change it up to a point where it doesn't sound as stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Damn. All right.
And I could definitely see them because like Conquest is sort of like proto Rise of the Planet of the Apes in terms of story,
Yeah.
even though not really of like the revolution and everything along with Dawn. So I can sort of see the sequel to War of the Planet of the Apes to be something similar to Battle, of like maybe there's the humans and the apes living together and they're in this civilization and how they deal with it, and maybe there's another faction of humans who want to try to kill them and everything. So something like that, I could probably see that.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it was a bit confusing, but I was like, was it? I think it's in War of the Planet of the Apes. Apparently, the war was not between the apes and the humans. It was like a war between humans versus the other humans.
Versus the other humans, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's like these factions and all that. Okay, that's you. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm actually surprised you were able to like figure out how to explain this verbally. It was
Yeah,
like
I
it's five
remember them.
movies and the story is
There are
gets
there are
out there.
definitely parts that I missed explaining that, but I think I got the gist for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just like I guess part of me didn't expect time travel to be like a key part of Planet of the Apes. I mean that the original
Yeah.
trilogy. I mean the original
Yeah.
series.
There are so many campy stuff like in those like one of those shows like in the Conquest when Armando died. He died
Yeah.
because he got interrogated and like I know you know about the offspring of Caesar of Cornelius and Zero. Tell us and he's like no I'm not gonna tell you and like tell us or we will kill you and then he's like no and he just ran out the window and he died.
What?
That because he ran out, not because he was shot on the way or something.
No, because he doesn't want to he cannot take torture anymore and he just like I'm not gonna tell you so he just like jumped out. I'm like well that's our only lead. What do we do now? So, yeah.
Well, to be fair though, it was a
Okay.
1970s movie.
Yeah.
It was somewhat acceptable, maybe. Yeah, I guess that wraps it up about
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes, and I hopefully you guys
Sorry that went long.
no, it's a good recap. So maybe you guys will have like better understanding. So maybe the next movie might not be too confusing. Whatnot.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is definitely a series I'm not gonna get into in too deep. That was quite hard to digest. That's very hard to digest. So I guess we can move on from talking about animals to a hunter who loves animals. I have
Dun,
no
dun,
idea what
dun.
this is. Yeah, no, I saw the news that Albert said on this. So apparently, Sony's Kraven the Hunter is an animal lover. So where's I forgot where the news is, Albert. You sent it to us.
Yeah,
I
it
forgot what
come
it said
from
there.
it. It's reported via Variety, via the Cine Europe conference. When it's interviewed, Aaron Taylor Johnson is playing Craven the Hunter for Sony's Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. Um, so
Yep.
basically, in the interview, he mentioned like they're putting a twist on Craven the Hunter. He is just a hunter with a human connection, an animal lover, and a protection of the natural world. Um, so that's what he said, which is like, if you know anything about Kevin the Hunter from the comics, he's nothing. He's the opposite of that. He's a big game hunter. He hunts for a living. The reason why he hunts Spider-Man is because he's like sort of bored with hunting animals and like I need a bigger challenge. So I'm gonna hunt Spider-Man. But yeah,
I'm
he's
sick,
he's
man. I can't just write this stuff. We go from
which
vampire leader to furries.
that is a
I
comment
suppose.
from Cameron Patterson for the audio
Yep.
listeners. But yeah.
Okay, so
But yeah,
thoughts on this? I'm not
so
so
they
sure.
changed they
Huh?
changed the identity of the character as a whole.
Wait. So yeah, Aaron Tyler Johnson is playing him, right? Is it like in the picture that you sent from was it from Get Fandom? Does he actually look like that in the actual series, or is this like taken from another
No,
movie
I
or something?
that was that I think that's from Tenet. That's a picture from
Oh,
Tenet.
that's from Tenet. Okay, so
But I
he
know
doesn't.
there has been like leaked photos. Let me see if I can find it.
So he doesn't actually start off like some kind of military guy, then he becomes a animal loving hunter. If that could.
No. Okay, there is a set photo of him, but he's just like in a white shirt. It doesn't matter if I show it anyway because it's just like in a white like long sleeve button up shirt, black pants,
All right. Oh
long
yeah,
hair, bearded, just running. Really.
I think you showed. Yeah, I think you showed this before, like quite some time ago, but I don't know, early leaks or whatnot.
Mhm.
So thoughts on this? I don't know what they're going with the story. I don't actually know Craven's like whole like story that much. I've only ever like encountered him in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which is a game on Xbox 360. He was the
Mhm.
first boss, and he was he's very easy to beat.
Damn.
Well, I say he's very easy to beat, but like there's like a lot of puzzles at this level, so that was pretty annoying. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know. Kind of sounds like to be honest, the fact that it's already part of the the Morbiverse, the universe without.
Morbiverse.
Yeah, I'll call
Is
it
that
that.
what they're
Yeah, the
calling it?
Sony universe without Spider-Man, like it's bound to be both a fail and a success. Think about it,
Yeah.
dude. The next thing people will be like, oh, the Morbiing thing is old news. So people will just say like, oh, I like it when Craven said it's craving time, and then he
It's
craved
Kraven
everyone.
time.
It's Craven time, and then he craved everyone.
Yeah.
This might be the next movie of all time.
What is this conversation?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam has a point. He basically said, yeah, he doesn't like the change because he's a hunter who loves animals. Yeah, I don't know. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
like
either.
literally,
Honestly.
They're trying to be
logically,
woke, okay? Let them
Hmm.
have their
exactly,
moment.
exactly. But like logically, it doesn't make sense. Why would you hunt animals for a living if you love them? Like if you're like, oh,
I know, right?
I'm a nature person. I want animals to live. Let's shoot them. Boop, boop.
Is this one of those like those like really twisted things where like I love you so much that if I can't have you for myself, I'll kill you. Is it this?
It's
Is
just
it this?
yandere. It's just yandere, dude.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. That's what it is. Oh my God,
Oh
Craven the yandere
goodness.
hunter. No, no, that is horrible. I don't know why, but this whole thing kind of reminds me of like there's a lot of like you guys know that I played the game series Monster Hunter. There's a lot of
Mhm.
like negative reviews of people saying like this game is fun, but I wish we did kill the monsters, even though the game literally says monster
Monster Hunter.
hunter hunter.
uh,
It's not monster friender. I don't know.
Yeah,
This will
some
I'm,
people.
I'm gonna call it. This will be the movie of all time.
it was a movie of all
It
time.
might actually beat Morbius, maybe. Actually,
Yeah.
no. Jared Leto was a pretty shit actor, so at
I
least Aaron
saw
Taylor would
I
try
Ouch.
some.
saw I saw a review of Morbius. Oh, if I can find this real quick, of like Jared Leto is like King Midas, except everything he touched turns to shit. Like I was like so mean. I'm like, damn.
Shit, I'm going to die. I like that. That's very good.
Uh,
What do you mean? He just turns them into the absolute movie of all time every time he touches something. But yeah, I am very not convinced with this movie. I don't know. What do you guys think? Huh? How convinced are you? Are you hyped for this? Are you
no,
looking forward to this?
no,
No.
No.
dude. I know Calvin loved Venom. I don't remember if you guys love Venom too or not. I'm not a big fan
I
of both the Venom films. I thought they were just very mid. I don't like the second one. The first one was better, but still don't like it. Hate Morbius. I am not excited for this. Katie Lynch asked in the chat who's the director. It's J.C. Candor who directed Triple Frontier, which is an action film I never saw. It's a Netflix film, I believe, and The Most Valiant Year, which I've heard stuff about. But yeah, I'm not too excited about this film. Um, and yeah, just with this premise again, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know who the villain is. Kraven the Hunter doesn't work as a solo character, at least not in the comics. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Not excited at
Yeah,
all.
fair enough. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about this whole movie? Are you excited for it?
No, not at all.
No.
Bloody
Or
hell, not at all.
would you rather watch Morbius again, or would you try watching this? I
Oh
presume
God,
you
what
try.
would I rather do?
Well, you don't want to Craven. It's
I don't
Craven
want to
time.
do either.
It's you want Morbin time. Are you guys Team Morbin or Team Craven?
Oh
Oh my god,
God.
Kraven!
Oh
It's gonna be a meme again.
Screw it, I'd rather Kraven.
no! All right. God.
Okay.
Okay, I actually wanted to answer Albert a bit about Venom. It's more like I like the interactions between Eddie and like Venom, but like that's the only good thing I can find in that movie. Everything else was kind of yikes. Not really. And Morbius, though, I didn't love anything. I did not like the interactions with Jared Leto and the Bat, or Jared Leto with anyone. I did
Yeah.
like Matt Reeves dancing though. That was fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is again gonna be part of the Sony Spider-Man universe, which hasn't really connected except for the one fact where Morbius is like, "I'm Venom," and then like, "Oh, remember
Yeah.
about that incident a couple year ago in San Francisco?" It's like the only teaser. But yeah, they're really building into this with the Venom Morbius. And yeah, Venom 3, they started the script recently, and you got El Muerto, Madam Web, and this one. But no
Yeah.
actual for a universe called Sony Spider-Man universe without an actual Spider-Man. Great job. Keep doing that, Sony. You
I
got
know,
you
right?
got you got Andrew Garfield who clearly wants to return. You got Tobey Maguire who's open to it, but you're like, nah, we go without you guys. Keep doing it.
No, no, yeah. They're like, yeah, we'll do a non-Spider-Man Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
That is
love
insane. This whole movie is in shambles. I can't wait to see it now. Actually, not gonna lie, because oh, I want to see how bad it is, so we
You
can
want to
have
see
another.
what they're gonna come up with?
Yeah, I want
That's
to
the
see.
only
I
reason
no
why I'd
no.
rather watch this instead of Morbius.
Yeah, well, what I meant was like I want to know what the community, like the viewers come up with. They'll have memes of it, like if it turns out bad, like yeah, Craven time maybe. I don't know. I can't wait for Craven time. It's gonna be a thing next year. I'm calling it. Yeah, we're
It's
see we're
Craven time.
Damn.
We're
gonna see this in
trendsetter.
the
Do
future.
the hashtag right now. It's Craven
Do
time.
the hashtag so people will know. There's like some YouTube videos where sorry I'm going off a tangent, but there's some YouTube videos who are like, okay, where did this meme originate from? Now they can trace it back to us Craven time.
Yeah, trendsetter. We started it.
Yep,
We're gonna
trendsetter,
sue
yeah.
we're gonna sue
Sue
everyone who
everyone.
tried. Just like how
Anyone
just
that
like
makes
how the
Craven
Fine
time.
brothers sue everyone who put reacting
Relax,
YouTube videos.
Albert, relax. We're
That
gonna
was a
get
dumb. That was
kicked
a
off. We're
crazy
gonna
hack.
kicked off the platform immediately. Alright, before we're kicked off the platform because of some animal lover, whatever. Yeah, I don't know how to tie this. And there's no animals in Hawkins, so we'll get on to the really juicy parts for B and Albert,
Yeah,
but who does
there
not
is no
watch.
animals in Hawken. What's that about?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, they all got mind flayed.
One of the character name is Robin, so Robin's a bird.
No, no. We are going to talk about the Stranger Things season 4, volume 2. There's so many things. Season 4, volume 2,
We just
part
call it Stranger
1
Things
arc.
4. Let's just avoid the season part. Just call it Stranger Things 4 volume.
Stranger Things 4, part 2.
There you go.
That's not very confusing. So, no, enough. No more Craven time. Anyway. um, so first things in the trailer. Yes, I am so glad they used an epic version of running running up that
Yeah,
hill. Oh,
yeah.
I love I like the music choice.
That's
I
my
was
that's
like,
my
oh,
favorite part of the trailer.
yeah, I was like, yes, yes. And I like how like, well, what is it in the trailer? Like, I think at one point, what's her name, Max, when she
Hmm.
played the when she clicked the button, like the trailer gets more intense along with the music as well. Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know, it speaks volumes. So
It speaks.
so this trailer is supposed to be like, what is it? 2 episodes, right? Volume 2.
Yes.
Two how long episodes? Are they like hours
I
long?
don't remember. I know it's like long, quite long, but yeah, it's only 2 episodes. That's really both released in July 1st. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Well, considering the like maybe the longer runtime, it's I don't know about you, but that's kind of a lot to wrap up. So based on the trailer, what we see is I think well we see like the normal group. I don't know why they're in a camper van. It seems like they're going somewhere or either that or they're like running away.
mhm.
Um, you get to see 11. She's back at the she's still in the compound and such, but I think at one point she'll make it back to Hawkins as well. Hopper's team, they're still in Russia, maybe. I'm not so sure. And they see the mind flayer thingy as well. What else? Mike's team is not gonna lie, it's not that interesting because as far as we know, they're still in
Mm.
where were they? California? Far away.
Yeah, California. Well, they were in
Yeah.
Utah, so yeah, Utah.
And what else is there? There's oh, and also I don't know why, but this kind of feels like the Infinity War of like Stranger Things. Because at one point, I think Robin said, "What is it? I don't think we're gonna win this one," or something. I'm like, "Oh, this is the first time we get to see them lose. Like, actually, the Upside Down take over the surface or whatever.
Oh, that would be. I
That
didn't even thought of that.
that
That would
would
be
be
nice.
pretty dope, dude." And I don't know why it seems like there's quite a lot of action scenes in here, military
Mm.
action scenes. Dude, Teguh, there's like one scene where they pulled a freaking Rainbow Six. where two people with shields come up on the front, and then the other guys with M16s at the back. It's pretty cool. Kind of dope. You're missing out.
Damn,
You're missing out to go.
am I now?
Yeah, and lastly, I think we see what's her name, 11 at the mansion. So she's gonna go one
Right.
on one with Vecna, I guess. That's the end game, or the Infinity War. Maybe that's when they lose. So I don't know. That's my general like breakdown of it. So honestly, very dope trailer, and an incredibly used of the song, like the edit. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like I think the use of the music is smart on their end because they know that Running Up the Hill is like up in the charts now because of them. Plus the epic version with the score. It's literally
uh,
almost like I'm pretty sure they didn't do this, but certainly they almost like they shout out to Samuel Kim who made the composing like the 1 hour loop on YouTube. Check it out if you haven't. It's almost like they
yeah,
took
the
that and
epic
put it in the
version.
trailer. It's like so epic. And like you said, it's 2 episodes, but they show a lot in that trailer, but at the same time, for like 2 episodes, like that's a lot of stuff for 2 episodes. It
Yeah,
feels like they're showing a trailer for a whole season. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for this. Oh, because again, that I didn't need the trailer, but they just hyped me up even more just because how the way they market it. And you said Infinity War. I got more Empire Strikes Back vibe because of like
mm.
the Papa, which is like 11's.
Oh
You know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. They were like
The
11.
third one.
You're not ready for this. Don't go. But my friends need me. That's literally like Luke Skywalker and Yoda. Like, don't go. You're not ready. But my friends
Oh,
need me.
well, to be fair though, I didn't remember the Empire Strikes Back that well.
Okay,
I
fair.
need to
Yeah, I mean,
rewatch it again.
yeah, you just gave me like Empire Strikes Back vibe of like similar like you do, but like Empire didn't end in a good way because like Han got taken, and then like Luke lost his arm and everything. So it's like maybe they're not all gonna survive this. What happened? 11's not ready. Their power's not fully recovered yet or whatever. But yeah, gonna fight Vecna going to that mansion. That seems cool. They all coming back. Also, I guess it we saw Nancy, so there's sort of spoiler of like I guess Nancy survives somehow at the because the last thing we saw was like Nancy's
Yeah,
like
she
captured, right?
was. Yeah, she was taken. Yeah, in the very last part.
So unless they gave a fake out, if that's not the case, then yeah, they save Nancy, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But yeah, the trailer looks great. I'm so excited for it. Like another week
Yeah,
for this.
I think. Yeah, and I actually want to add like one extra thing in the trailer. I saw dude Lucas was throwing punches at the basketball captain, whatever his name is,
Really?
kid. Yeah,
I
like
didn't
it
see
was a
that
bit
part.
of. It was like only a few split seconds, but it was I don't know. It just I'm like them. I like that. It's very satisfying. He's like kicking the shit out of him. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Oh, when he's through with him. Oh,
Yeah,
I cannot wait to see that. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, oh, this is gonna be probably one of the most action-packed like parts of Stranger Things in my opinion, or
yeah.
at least the trailer make it seem so.
Oh hell yeah! With military stuff, with psychic powers, with upside down, with Vecna, with
But
Lucas throwing punches. Yeah, action.
yeah, Lucas throwing punches. Yeah, that part was the most intense one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now the biggest concern for me is that someone's gonna die. Someone will die. I swear.
yeah. I'm starting to think more that Steve is gonna bite the dust.
Oh please no! It's my favorite character.
I was thinking of Nancy initially because of how
Uh
last season ended, but
huh.
with this how she survived. Maybe they could still kill her off. I don't know, but
I don't know why is it like uh would it be too soon if they kill what's his name, Eddie? Because he was technically introduced like newly in this season.
see, I think it might be too soon, but at the same time, I think it's fine to kill them off just to do the stakes. However, it's not gonna impact that big.
It's not as
I think they're
impactful.
gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think of someone who have a big arc already. Like obviously, Steve have a great arc.
Steve has
So
the biggest arc.
if they end him, that'll be crazy. Um, if they kill one of the original kids, that will be crazy. I don't think they will do that.
Oh, that'll be
But
very
like
dark.
we never mention of like the possibility of like Joy or Jonathan biting the dust. But if they did that, it's gonna break well.
Oh, oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Imagine
So
Hopper actually dies this time, like for realsies. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure actually. That I mean, part of it will be impactful, but at the same time, you might be faked out again. Second time because he's like, oh shit, he's alive. He's in Russia. What is he doing in Russia? He's just vibing. He's
Yeah.
vibing in the gulag. Oh, so yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
know, like this. I don't know why. Just like this trailer made me like even more hyped than. Well, I was already hyped to begin with, honestly, but I think it's just the music. Not gonna lie with you.
It's the
They
music. It
really
really is.
the music. No, they really kicked it off. They know that this is the music was the most like iconic part.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll find out July 1st for now.
Not very far actually. It's like next week. It's
It is.
literally next week on Friday. Shit, we can actually talk about it next week.
Well, it's gonna be.
Mr. Blue Bolt, but how are they going to do the Hellboy reveal? Hmm.
We're gonna pan into David Harbour's hand, and then the hand started swelling.
Oh yeah.
It goes red.
Yep.
There it goes.
Yep. He starts to morb. No, it's not morbid.
Let's see, we might
It's not that.
next week possible, but maybe the week after, because again, it's literally just a day before our live stream. So we'll see.
Yeah, but to be fair though, it's like if it's 2 episodes and each of them are like what that rumored one
An
and a half
hour,
hours
1.5
long,
hours each. Yeah.
I think is more doable than like last time we didn't do it directly on the spot. At least I didn't because
Mm-hmm.
was like 7 episodes each 1 hour. That was very long. This is
Yeah.
probably doable. We might be able to discuss this next week. But
We'll
yeah,
have
I
to
guess
see.
stay tuned for that. Oh, so hype! I can't wait to be running up that hill. What hill? So, anything else you want to add? Teguh,
No.
do you want to see this movie? I mean, movie series anytime soon? No,
Soon? No.
no, not soon. Perhaps in a long time. Imagine Teguh like 5 years later. He's like, guys, I just watched Stranger Things. You should watch it. It's the greatest thing ever. Like Teguh, we've gone through this.
That's like
We've
that's
been
like
through
me.
this.
That's like me with Game of Thrones at it. Remember that?
Well, to be fair, I was also like that with Game of Thrones. I was like, "Ooh, season 7 has dragons. I have to pick this show up."
Uh,
But in this case, Teguh was like, "Damn, season 4 has Russians. I have to pick this up." Which it do, by the way. Part of the story is actually set in Soviet Union. Yeah,
Soviet Union.
yes. Ah, there.
all right.
Oh, Cameron said, I heard they're both like 2 hours each. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know
shit.
that. I cannot find any
You
information
can't
to back
find
that
it.
up. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. That or the last one was like 2.5 hours. That's a
Phew.
movie.
Whoa, that's a long. Yeah. Well,
That
we'll
is,
see.
we could call that a movie. It's like, but we didn't watch the Stranger Things the series. That's the movie.
Guess we'll find out in a week time.
Oh, we'll find out in a week's time. Yes, and yes, Game of Thrones sucks. I complained about it in episode, but I don't even remember. It was some time ago. It was 3 years ago. When we did the episode.
You want me to find out? I guess I can try.
No, no, we'll figure it out later. Right, so I guess that ends our discussion with Stranger Things season
Mhm.
4, volume 2. I bet Kelvin will be also excited for this. I'm not sure if he has seen the trailer, but yeah, we'll stay tuned for that next week because this week we're discussing a different TV series. Yes, we are going to the Obi-Wan Kenobi season review, and I guess and also the spoiler for episode 6. All three of us watched it, except for Kelvin. So I guess we can all give our general thoughts of the season first, or
Real quick
uh,
before we go to that, I just found out the
uh,
Game of Thrones episode, and this makes me feel this. I feel really weird about this. The Game of Thrones episode was episode 18.
huh?
That's so long ago. What the hell? We're episode 165. Game of Thrones was episode
oh my
18.
oh my God! Throwback to episode 18 for Game of Thrones. My
That
God,
is wild how long ago that is. I thought it was like in the
that
50s or
was
something.
in yeah, that was in the 50s. Yeah. Oh my,
Oh,
we have come very far,
yeah.
but not very far at all.
Damn it.
All right, sorry about that. Yes,
All right, let's get
Obi-Wan
going.
Kenobi season review. Yes, to go like just give general thoughts of what you think about the whole season. No spoilers just yet.
The whole
Thoughts on this
season?
the whole
I
series?
think I mentioned this last episode. But like I'm not a big fan of it just because I don't know where it's going and it feels more. Well, okay, with the last episode, I guess less, but it feels like half the episode is about Obi-Wan and the other half is just about the Inquisitor. And like Obi-Wan kind of feels like a plot device, which I was not a big fan of, but it's an okay one. There's been worse. It's just I guess like because it was Obi-Wan and we found out that whatchamacallit, Christensen and McGregor was coming back. I at least got a bit too hyped up.
Who isn't?
Yeah, so it just really doesn't meet expectations. I guess that's the biggest problem with it. Apart from the seeming lack of direction. Yeah, that's my non-spoiler, I guess.
All right, fair enough. Right. Albert, your thoughts on the whole season without spoilers?
A whole season without spoilers. The show wasn't what I expected to be. Maybe there's an expectation issue, but everything I want the show to be about was in the last few minutes of of episode 6. Um, and so like it's not what I was expected. I think it's a fine show. It's definitely, I don't know how it stacks. I still haven't seen Boba Fett. I don't know if it stacks up to the Mandalorian and the other live action Disney Plus Disney show for Star Wars, but it's definitely on the weaker end. There's only like maybe like one, maybe two episodes that I truly enjoy. The others are like mid. But yeah, the arc for Obi-Wan is fine. Except again, episode 6 I thought really justify why the show existed. But again, that's only like one episode out of all 5. Um, the Vader stuff is cool. The Reva, her name is Reva, right? Am I
Yeah.
getting things? Yeah. The Reva stuff is okay. And like, I mean, non-spoiler for episode 6, but spoiler for the rest. Like the Leia stuff, I thought was a great addition to the show, and everything that they did really. If anything, this show made rewatching episode 3 and episode 4 better. It gives an additional layer when you rewatch episode 3 and episode 4. So yeah.
Right. So my thoughts on this. But yeah, I basically agree with everyone. It was a bit unexpected in certain areas. With the little Leia and all that. um, to be honest, I thought the whole like was it the season, like it wasn't like it was neither horrible or like incredibly good. Part of me was a little overhyped for it because they, at least I watch a lot of like previous like YouTube stuff, and how, what is it, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor finally like reunite again in this year. Like I thought that was like at least in the real life sense, like that was pretty heartwarming for them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, at least, well, but there's at least the series also. It isn't like boring in a sense. Like actually, like throughout the whole series, it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun watch in general. So yeah, wait, I just realized that I think the only series I've watched from Star Wars Disney Plus is like The Mandalorian and Obi-Wan.
Mm.
So that means Obi-Wan is the worst series I've watched on Disney Plus Star Wars. Oh my god. Because I've only watched 2 to be fair, and the other one is Mandalorian, and I think we all agree that The Mandalorian is the more superior series.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. So yeah, generally it's a pretty good watch. It's so much better than Halo. Everything is better than Halo. What am I saying?
Not a very high standard there.
It's not very high standard. Well, maybe I should watch a Book of Boba Fett, but then Teguh said that was boring, so that's massive concerns
Until the
there.
last 2 episodes. Wait, I'm sensing a pattern here.
Oh my God!
So let's jump to the spoiler. Let's jump to the spoiler
Yeah,
discussion.
then with that, let's jump to the spoiler discussion of the last episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 6. Where's the spoiler alert? I think we can just get into it
Ta-da!
directly. Is it? Okay, there you go. So, guys, spoiler, please. As Kelvin usually says, watch it
Mhm.
first or come back or watch it at the same time as we're discussing. Why? I don't know. Just do it. Wait. Actually, before we get in, I want to answer Cameron's question. Do you think it was the right choice to have Hayden Christensen actually in the Vader suit? So, I guess that's technically part of the last episode. Oops. Yeah, we'll just
Yeah,
keep going with it.
we'll roll it into the discussion for the episode
Yeah,
6
we'll
as
roll
well.
it in the discussion. Yeah. So, let me get my general thoughts out because I don't know. Sometimes I, lose my train of thought very
Mhm.
often.
Mhm.
So, I thought the last episode was basically the strongest episode of all the entire seasons of the series. We get to finally get to see the ultimate showdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. I think a lot of viewers are basically like waiting for that moment as well.
Mhm.
Um, so yes, to start off with the good stuff. Yes, the fight scene was exceptional. It was actually amazing to see Obi-Wan played by Ewan McGregor at basically his like full strength again. So that's like really cool. And I like the also like the character arc as well because like after they finish the fight, you can see that this is the moment where Obi-Wan like has literally given up on like trying to save Anakin Skywalker because like he's in his mind it's like, oh, he's completely lost.
Yeah.
He's fully become Darth Vader. That's like where it ends. Um, I like that he just attacks Darth Vader with a T pose, just and
Yeah,
then a bunch
I
of
love
rocks.
that T-pose.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That
cool.
was insane powerful.
Um, yeah, but on the downside of the of this third episode, I don't know, Riva's story arc just kind of like feels, I don't know, it's just weird. Like in the previous episode, we see her like lying on the floor after being stabbed, and all of a sudden she's back on Tatooine, and she wants Luke for whatever reason. Is it like vengeance or something that she want to kill Luke
Yeah,
because
probably.
she got stabbed by Anakin?
Hmm.
Kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair, but oh well. But then she just like changed of heart in the last minute. So like her story arc was a bit strange. But at least the way they showed it, it's not like they cut in between those two. Oh, they kind of did, but not really. So you do get to see mostly Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and then you get to see Riva and fighting a little kid because that's what she's keeping. Not very powerful. Just mean. Uh, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I should mention, yeah. So the and with Cameron's question about Hayden Christensen. Yeah, to be honest, I was actually a bit confused. So like when his mask was like cut off, that was Hayden like
That was
as
hundred
Darth Vader,
percent
right?
during the close-up shots. That was 100% Hayden
Yeah,
Christensen, and
Yeah,
they
because I could hear
even
his voice as well through the
yeah
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
modulator.
I like that part when they sort of blend in the James Earl Jones mask's voice and like it distort into Hayden Christensen's Anakin voice and go back. I really love that part when the
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, I really like that part. You
Yeah.
can still, it's like Obi-Wan can still hear a bit of Anakin, but it's already, he's too far gone and everything like that. So, so yeah, so wait, so what was the question again? Oh, was it was it the right choice? Yeah, I think that was definitely the right choice. It basically
Mhm.
just ties, the prequels along with I guess the sequel and
Yeah.
the TV series. So yeah, I think that
100%.
was actually that technically that's what I was expecting, not gonna lie.
Hmm.
And so yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
my general thoughts. So we can move on. Albert or Teguh, your
I
thoughts?
can I can start. Yeah, when you're talking about the fight and then how Obi Wan gives up, the scene where sort of like, damn, is when Obi Wan finally like, bye bye, Dart. That's the first time I call him by
Yeah,
Dart, not Anakin. I was like,
yeah,
oh yeah, that's done, and like that's kind of sad. And like the thing about the show that's sort of lackluster is like because we know Leia's not gonna die, we know they're not gonna kill off Obi Wan, and they're not gonna kill off Dart. So like stakes are sort of gone in a way because like you know what's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, I think again this show was justified by that fight scene because the fight scene is pretty cool, and like the conclusion to their sort of like mentor mentee relationship, the Padawan and like the master relationship with Obi-Wan and Anakin, and yet it justifies that. The Leia Obi-Wan relationship I thought was fantastic. It really makes episode 4 that much more, with how they ended off of like, will I see you again? Maybe one day, blah, blah, blah. I thought it was great. The whole Luke thing was okay. That was pretty nice at the very end, and the relationship with Uncle Owen. Um, but again, like my issue with it was that the whole this final episode was literally what I was expecting from the show, but we only got it in the final episode. Like everything else in the whole series, I kind of find like not really what I wanted, or it's lackluster. Like we talk about when we speculate the season, like, oh, Qui-Gon is gonna be there 100%. We're gonna see him train with Qui-Gon. That was in the final like 2 minutes of the film. It was like a
Yeah.
teaser.
I
And
did
like I
not
guess
like
they
that.
want, if they want to do a season 2, maybe that's the plot. But like that is, I think a lot of people was expecting the Qui-Gon stuff, the Luke Skywalker stuff, and the Anakin stuff was what people was expecting, and that is literally not what we got. And we got something else entirely, which also could have been a film on its own. It could have, this whole show could just be one film, cut off all the filler. It would have worked better in my opinion, because it was supposed to be a film and they changed it to a show because they're like, oh, we can get more money from Disney Plus or whatever. But yeah,
Damn.
again, I thought episode 6 was solid. Um, it helps improve the rest of the show, but yeah, it's a show which is still very mid. And like, yeah, all the stuff that I like, I mentioned it. I don't really care about the Rebel stuff of like the one with O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character and Kumail Nanjiani's character. I don't remember that group, the freight plane, whatever. I don't
Oh,
really care
right.
for
Yeah.
them.
The path.
Yeah,
Path.
I don't really care for them. And again, Reva stuff is fine. But yeah, here's my thoughts. Teguh?
I'm on the same boat. I guess I already mentioned earlier. Qui-Gon. Just gonna start with Qui-Gon because I feel like that was completely unnecessary.
Hmm.
Like I didn't even feel excited to see him, and
Right?
like honestly, I just feel like it would have been a much better ending if like Obi-Wan just goes, "Hello there," just cut to black right there, credits. you know,
Honestly, I agree.
like that would have been so much more fun. But no.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all. Okay.
that's all.
Anyway.
You guys mentioned everything else, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
like I did not like the whole point with Reva, and like I
Mhm.
feel like she should have just died, like at the when she got like stabbed.
Stabbed in episode 5.
Yeah, I feel like she should have just died then and there. I don't, because anything after that, like at that point, we already kind of understood what her character arc was gonna be, and then
Mhm.
I feel like it was completed enough by that point. Like I don't need the extra bits that came with episode 6. And I also did not. The only reason I didn't enjoy the final fights as much is simply because they kept cutting to Reva just trying to and failing to catch a kid. Um,
Hey, his force sensitive to
it wasn't even him. It was the uncle and the aunt, and they had like those rifles used for shooting sand people. She couldn't do anything about it. Like, come on. I know you're wounded, but come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, like her, what do you call it? Her whole arc is like, I want vengeance on Darth Vader, but the thing is, we know exactly what will happen in the original trilogy, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
really I feel like yeah, no, I'm in agreement with Albert. Like they should have just made this like one movie and like just discarded the whole
Because it's
Reva
supposed to be a
arc.
movie.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan, a Star Wars story or something like
It's
that.
supposed if that's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Disney got too
Yeah,
greedy.
well, yeah, everything else you guys have already mentioned, so I'm not gonna add too much more.
Yeah, I mean, again, we were very negative, but like again, the positives. I thought McGregor was good. Hayden Christensen was great in this role. I really liked him in this one.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the writing is really weak. I think performance and like direction, I think is good, like choreography. But yeah, the writing is the weak part. So
I like how the only one character that died I can remember is that dude that was in that airplane. Forgot this Wade, I think his name is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was the only
Wait,
biggest stake. Wait, no, he died because Reva
no,
fling
but
something at him.
it wasn't as tragic as my boy Dak, so
Dak.
He was the predecessor to Dak. They
Fair.
all died. They all died in the same like ship kind of
predecessor
thing.
to
Yeah.
Dak. Lamar.
Okay. So anything else, or should we move on to Miss Marvel?
Uh, I want to mention what is it? I think I said like, oh, I hope to see the video game character Cal Kestis, but obviously he
Mhm.
didn't appear. But honestly, that's fine because I didn't like expect him to appear either, especially like
Yeah, I was
in the
more
last
like
episode.
if he
I'm not sure
appears.
how he could appear.
Yeah. Fair. There has been rumors recently though that they say that Cal Kestis might actually get a Disney Plus show. But yeah, there's some rumors.
So you have to play the game and watch the TV. Very cool.
So.
Very
Hey,
very cool.
it's all in the canon, man, of the Star Wars. Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else, I just want to do one last shout out to Vivian Lyra Blair. Great job as Leia. I thought she was great. Good addition.
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So
So I
let's
guess
move on to the other one, Eric.
that's our
Take it
thoughts,
away.
right? So we move on to
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think Obi-Wan is on Letterboxd, so let's give a star rating.
oh shit. I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5. Dead silence. Okay. To go.
Oh,
What's your
no rating. If I could rate it, I
Um,
would.
I would I'd give it a. How much? As much as episode 6 was good, the middle was ruined too much. 3.5.
I would also do 3.5, so we're all in unison. 3.5.
All
It's like this.
3.5 out of 5.
It's like equivalent to 7 out of 10. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. It just sounds kind of fair, honestly.
I'm gonna put on the letterbox. The review is gonna be one word, and it's gonna be mid. Should I do that?
It's gonna be what?
Mid.
Mid.
Yep.
Sure.
Mid.
All right.
But they want more Disney Plus subscribers, and if it was a movie, it would be in theater. Well, to be fair, you know what? Anyone who buys like a mobile data in Indonesia is an immediate Disney Plus subscriber.
Really?
Yes, I get free Disney Plus every time I buy mobile data. Very cool.
Damn.
All right. Let's move on to the next, the final stuff to talk about.
Yes, just do right. Um, Captain Miss Marvel, whatever, episode 3. Mashallah. Teguh didn't watch this, did he?
No.
Or did you? Oh, okay. I thought there was like, oh, I all of a sudden picked it up 1, 2, 3. So he
Okay.
didn't. Teguh didn't do that. To be honest, we should have went
Um,
with this first, but oh well. I was more interested in Star Wars, man. So
for good reason.
I
For
am.
at least from
yeah.
what I'm hearing.
Yes. I'm
Okay,
the
wait.
opposite.
Yeah. You want to go with the spoiler directly, or or do you just want to start with like general thoughts?
Yeah, I think yeah,
We
we
should
can do
just go.
quick. We can do quick general thoughts.
Oh,
I
just
thought
go.
episode 3 is my favorite so far. We add new lore. We got a lot of lore. Great action. Still, the family dynamic and the friendship stuff is much better. And we directly got the villain in episode 3, so that's good because we don't get
Right.
that in
I
the previous in the other shows. Not a lot of it.
actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah, no, there's nothing more I cannot do that. Okay, that's true. They did like they did like add everything in all at once, you know. So now there's actually like a direction where this series is going, which is technically how it all works, you know. Like 1 and 2 is like introduction, 3
Hmm.
onwards is where the plot really like kicks in.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair enough. You know what? Yeah, yeah. Technically, it is the best episode because 1 and 2 is just is there.
I don't want to. It's still good though. But yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I am
Okay.
in the minority. I don't understand it. None of you guys enjoy the show, and
Oh,
I'm like,
okay, okay. You know what? Here, that's why. Let's go to the spoiler alert territory. So please, if you guys haven't watched Captain, no, Miss Marvel, sorry, not Captain Marvel, do it and then come back here or watch it at the same time. Like I said, why not? All right.
yeah, okay,
So if you don't mind, if I can go first, because again,
go
like I
ahead.
might not be able to add much. Okay, so the parts I do like about this episode, yes, you were right. The lore part was the most interesting. Like about the what are they called? Kellogg's? No,
The
Kestrel?
cereal brand.
Kellogg's.
Kestrels? Well, what are they called? Clandestines? Yeah, them. Right,
They
right.
are
About
they
the
are they are the manufacturer of frosted flakes.
they come from another dimension. Oh yeah, that's all frosted flakes.
Clandestines.
No, yeah, clandestines. Right, yeah, them like so they got that. Also, they were also called like jins, which is like like Asian, like also Muslim culture inspired, mythology. So that's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's like about another dimension. So that part was like kind of unexpected about the other dimension. Like if it's like otherworldly, I guess it's kind of basic, but it's more predictable. But they said other dimension, so that's really cool.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, when they introduced the villain, it's not Aisha. Aisha is the grandmother, right? Or is it Aisha?
Hmm.
What's
Hmm.
the villain's name? Is it Aisha?
Oh, the villain's name. The
Yeah,
villain's name
the mom of
is
Kamran, basically.
not Najma.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, and I quite like that the fact that the villain is not inherently like evil. She just like wants to go back home and all that. Oh, using Kamala's powers. So that's pretty interesting. So like I like that they have like an explanation to all this, and I like that the explanation is something entirely different. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that part of the lore.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what else I like. The action parts were quite cool. Um,
Quite cool.
uh,
Really
they,
cool.
they were like fighting. Yeah, they were fighting in the kitchen and everything. And to the what's the song? It's a very famous song.
I
Well, that song was playing in the background. Oh,
I don't remember the
there's a
title.
but yeah, no, they had like but yeah, it was like it's a neat soundtrack, and I like that little tidbits of action. But well, I'm not gonna lie with you. Even though there's like these parts are like pretty cool with the series, I don't know why I'm still not entirely hooked in it. I don't know. It's just like it just feels like a pretty standard like TV series. It's not like I didn't feel the same excitement as I did say watching the previous one, which was Moon Knight. So I don't know, Bert. I don't know. I'm just honestly here. I told Teguh about this. I'm going to slander you a bit. Oh,
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
No,
A
quite a lot
lot.
actually. I picked up The Boys season 3.
Yeah.
Like I watched all the episodes 1 to 7 so far. Not because like I thought something cool was gonna happen or it's about to end. It's because I was so bored of Miss Marvel. I wanted to watch something that I thought would be
Really
fun.
different.
So I went and watched The Boys, and it was definitely a lot funner than Miss Marvel. So yeah, so I just wanted to add that. Yes, sorry for
I
the
mean,
slander, but that's something I have to add.
I agree with you. I think The Boys is a better show so far. I don't. I think we might have a segment in a future episode. I think we both watched Herogasm, but yeah,
Mm.
it's a better show. But I still think Miss Marvel is also a good show. Um,
All right, go on.
and yeah,
Your
just
thoughts?
to tangent for that, I thought the lore and everything was good, and we'll get to details in a bit, and like speculations. I like the Jin reference and like the cultural stuff. I really enjoy, and I like the idea of like this. She wants to be a hero, but it like fights against her fate kind of thing is like conflicting, and I think that's like sort of new. I even sort of see that in Moon Knight, and like it's been a theme so far in Phase 4. If you think about it, of like Moon Knight, like they want to be hero but against his fate, and then as well similar to like Shang-Chi as well, and this another show that had this Eternals. It's like against their fate of like, oh, they want to save, but it's like not against. But anyway, I like the theme and like the whole family dynamic. I thought it's great. Um, and then again, like the villain, like you said, I thought it's a good addition to the lore and how they reveal of the Jin story, which is like sort of from our folklore in a way. Like I know what Jin is because like I sort of grew up really hearing about them too. But there's the joke of like I'm a Jin and tonic. That's like, but no, Iman Vellani is fantastic. She is perfect for his role. She just suits Kamala Khan so great, and just like her energetic energy of like loving the character. You can really it's sees and it translates in there. And there's a darkness to the story too, which I really like. It's still a mystery and everything. And like that story of the story where the mom's talking about America and the mountain, that was great because that is like pretty much almost every immigrant story in America, and it's nice to see that like in a Marvel setting, and it's not just the same typical story, and like seeing this culture from a different eye. I thought that was fantastic. I thought the action scene was good. There's like lots of funny moments in the kitchen of like, oh hell no, I'm not paid enough for this, and the chef just left during the fight.
I don't like that. You just get much. Okay, that's it. No, no.
And again, a lot of my favorite part of this is like some of my favorite stuff from Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming, of like, I cannot tell you what I have because it will just be too dangerous and it's just not right, but I have to do it. Like the confliction of like the Spider-Man part, Peter Parker, Spider-Man life, and with this and with her family. I thought it was a great how they deliver it. I thought it was good. And I like that they directly showcase it. What's her friend's name? Nakia. Nakia directly saw that. I was like, okay, nice. This is different. So both Nakia and Bruno knows this. We'll see what happens in the next episode. That she knows her powers. They don't hide it too much. But yeah, again, I think the show's really solid, and it's giving me shout out once again. I know I've talked about the show I think several times, but this is giving me so much Runaways vibe, which is why maybe I love it so much. Is I love Marvel's Runaways because this show is like proto Marvel's Runaways or Marvel's Runaways. Marvel's Runaways is proto Miss Marvel because they started off of like this teen drama about powers and involving family. And the power set is like very similar in terms of like source and origins and just a whole tone of it and with this lore tying into everything. I think it's just like it's literally like a sketchbook of it. So I liked it so much.
Yeah, I actually should mention that I've only watched the first season of Runaways. I suppose I kind of get the whole vibe of it.
Yeah, it's very tonally and just like the whole idea of it, the character.
Yeah.
It's pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, do we want to talk about like some Easter eggs first, or do we want to talk about the viewership numbers real quick?
Actually, let me add. I kind of wanted to talk about the Easter eggs because I'm not so sure. Maybe you you know more. But I should mention, as a Muslim, I'm still a bit disappointed. They still have not said the word Astaghfirullah. It can be said many times in any occasions. They just never do. It's kind of disappointing.
What does that translate to? Is it like oh my god?
Literally means it just literally means oh my god or oh my goodness. But in the Islamic language, Arabic, I mean. Astaghfirullah. But yeah, what is the Easter eggs you want to go with, Albert?
Okay, so Easter eggs first, and then we talk about the viewership numbers.
Yep.
The Easter eggs. So and this could be potential like reveal for the upcoming show. In the opening scene where they found about the bangles, right? When they found the bangles in the tomb or whatever.
Yep.
That there is the logo of the 10 rings. The 10 rings like the
is there?
criminal terrorist group. It's on the ground. It's literally it's like there's two
Oh,
ten rings
I
slowly
did.
there.
I missed that. Oh shit.
So maybe the bangles and the ten rings come from the same source. I don't know. Something to do with that. Also, the bangle was taken from a blue severed arm, and I don't think that's like paint or anything. I think it's actually arm, and we know an alien race in Marvel that's blue. That's the Kree. So that could the bangle and the ten rings could come from a Kree source in a way if it's the same thing, and that makes sense because if they're going to the Marvels and it's going to be cosmic and everything, you know, Captain Marvel is
Yeah.
part Kree. So
Oh, right.
it could connect in that sense that if the bangle is Kree. Also, Miss Marvel in the comics is Inhumans. Inhumans in the comics was created by the Kree who experimented on humans. So that's all tying it back in all together in a way. So yeah, I think the Kree cosmic origins would make a lot of sense to set up with the Marvels and everything like that. And again, this could be like very very ancient tech because I don't know how old these clandestines are, and we sort of know that like in Shang-Chi when Wu's like really really old because of the later aging and everything. So this could be like really really ancient Kree technology that Captain Marvel is not aware of. Because at the end of Shang-Chi, is like it's not any alien tech that I know of, but she's not like thousands of years old. So maybe it's like super ancient Kree tech that she doesn't even know about. So could be that. Also, clandestines,
Yeah.
they are like really,
Plugs.
really they're really obscure characters in Marvel comics. I had to Google them after watching it, but yeah, they're just like this. They're just like obscure. I don't even know how to describe it. There's like this group of superheroes. One of the leaders is like named Adam or something, and then like he like create this group of heroes. Um, but yeah, they're pretty much unknown. They're pretty much not very famous at all. So yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was asking what they are. Oh,
yeah, they're created by the British writer Alan Davis, appearing in several comic storylines. It lasted 12 issues before it was canceled, so it's only 12 issues, like literally very short run. They're a group. The fictional character biography, Adam of Ravenscroft, was basically from England. He I believe this whole family is like offsprings of him or something like that. Not too familiar, but they've had crossovers with X-Men, crossover with Inhumans from time to time. But yeah, they're not very known. So
yeah.
only know they're superhumans, and I guess they're villains in this one. So you know.
Okay, I suppose that's cool that they're bringing a more obscure parts of Marvel.
Mhm. But yeah, aside from that, other Easter eggs, not much. We got the what do you call that? That's not a ski mask. It's the superhero mask. There's a name for it.
Oh, I know what that just covers the eyes, right?
Yeah, Teguh, do you know what I'm talking about? What are they called?
I do, but I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, there is a name for it. I'll try to look it up. Uh, Domino mask.
Oh,
Is that
oh,
what
that's
we
what it's
call it?
called.
I guess it is. Yeah, but yeah, that's a nice teaser for the Kamala. But aside from that, yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens because the grandma sees it too at the very end of the trade,
Yeah,
and I
she
guess
saw something about a trade.
so we'll be going to the Karachi, wherever that is. Oh, Pakistan. Okay. We're gonna go to Pakistan for the next episode, so that could be fun.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see if there's any comment. Cameron said, "Is it a show for little kids?" No, Cameron, watch it. It's a good
Well,
show.
to be fair, it is more like kids appropriate than say Moon Knight.
It's yes. I mean, this show is literally Spider-Man: Homecoming. It literally is, but it's different character, different power set, bigger, lower. But like that's like the vibe and tone of it. So if you like
Yeah,
Spider-Man:
because
Homecoming, you'll love the show.
it's because it's following like a teen basically,
Mhm.
like a younger character.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you want to talk about? If not, let's go to the viewership and we can wrap up the show.
Just the quick one. Was like she got a gift from Bruno, right? It was in a box. By
Mhm.
any chances was that her suit? 'Cause I don't think we get
I
to
thought
see.
I thought we saw the whole thing. Is it just not? I thought it was just a mask, or do you think there's other stuff? I guess the suit makes sense.
Oh, that was I didn't remember seeing the whole thing. Maybe I wasn't looking at it clearly.
I guess it would make
I,
sense. Yeah.
yeah, because I thought it would be like the complete suit that she would have.
Mhm,
I don't know,
mhm.
maybe near the end, maybe next episode. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
What are you on about? What is
What?
Cameron on about? I heard a daycare for babies when they were playing it. What?
I have no idea. Cameron said being
Cameron,
being
you're
very
enough.
salty
You're high.
in the morning.
He's very high. Right. I guess we can
Okay.
move on. Yes, about the viewership.
Yeah. So it is the lowest viewership of any of the MCU series so far on the first 5 days. It's the lowest out of all the shows. However, it has a higher rate of viewers for younger viewers for the Black, Hispanic, and Asian household than any of the other MCU shows. So, yeah, it's to compare on the first 5 days. Miss Marvel have 775,000 viewership. Moon Knight have 1.8 million. Hawkeye have 1.5. Loki have 2.5. Falcon and Winter Soldier have 1.8 million. WandaVision have 1.6 million. So Miss Marvel didn't even tap the million range. Uh, but yeah, it's much more watch in the non-whites household, I guess. So any thoughts on this?
Well, to be fair, I think a lot of us. I don't know. Like when the trailer came out, like a lot of us, maybe apart from you, like we weren't that entirely hyped about it either. I clearly remembered me, Kelvin, I think Teguh as well, when we reacted to the trailer, we're just like, oh, okay, cool, I guess, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's just like I don't know why it was like. I think I've read a lot that people are just generally not, just don't find Miss Marvel like that cool. I also talked to a bunch of like my friends, like my online friends on a different Discord server. Like they watched like Moon Knight and all that, and but then when I asked about Miss Marvel, they're just like they either don't know or don't really care.
Which
I
is
don't know.
nuts. Which is nuts to me because Miss Marvel is one of the most beloved comic characters.
Eh?
It is. Even in oh dude, Miss Marvel have a bigger fan base than Moon Knight in the comics. Not even
Oh,
close.
fair enough. It does.
Um, and yeah, and I mean, I'll say this: I enjoy Miss Marvel more than Moon Knight. Not even close so far. So
See, if Kelvin
yeah,
was here, he'd be complaining, but I'm too lazy to do that. I am too sick. I am too sick to argue with your opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't find it interesting. I mean, look at
and
Teguh. He hasn't
yeah,
found it so. He didn't find it so uninteresting. He hasn't started yet.
because
Yeah.
Or
he
did you just
And I'm already getting
or did you
spoiled,
just
and I still don't care.
wait? Or did you just like Appa completely forgot to watch the first episode on the first week and then kind of just missed it?
Well,
Or
there's
did you
that as
actually like?
well.
Oh, okay. So there's a bit of that and a bit of I just don't care.
I wouldn't have no, it is completely that, but in my defense, I wouldn't have forgotten about it if I was hyped about it.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's true. It's not like we were like, oh, guys, come on, let's watch Miss Marvel together. We were just like watching on our own. uh, right.
Hmm.
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't know
mean,
what
yeah,
to
I
say,
guess, I
Albert.
guess, I guess it does target a specific demographic, but again, like I think part of it is also like people might be turned off of like, oh, this we're going into
Sam
this
says,
culture
Teguh,
and
you
everything.
have to watch it. I really want to hear your thoughts after all this. Well, I'm pretty sure Teguh's thoughts after all this is just like, yeah. Just, yeah.
Yeah,
You know me
fair.
too well.
But yeah, I mean, again, I think part of it is again the specific target demographic, and like it's something that we haven't seen in this culture for Marvel and people who like typical Marvel. It's like, I don't want this
Yeah.
shit. Give me back your stuff. So yeah, we'll see.
I don't know why, but this comment from Cameron, younger viewers, the one that are like watching Miss Marvel. I don't know. I think he's just targeting me and I guess Teguh for being too old because we don't like Miss Marvel. Well, no, we
We
don't
are.
like. It's not like we don't like. It's like we don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're old.
yes.
we're too mature, Albert.
Yeah, I mean, I like the
That's not true.
critics rating are like good for the show so far, as well as the audience rating and like trusted sources are pretty good. But like on IMDb, it's like very low. But you know, in IMDb, people have spam on purpose to do it. So I don't trust IMDb ratings. But yeah, fair enough. So any other
But yeah.
thoughts?
Well, to be honest, I want to. Now I'm just really curious, like how Miss Marvel, like ends. So I could say for sure whether the what is it, the TV series was either underrated or just all right. Because like it turns out to be pretty good, then it is very underrated because not as many people watch it, right? Not even a million in 5 days. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I guess that show came out in the midst of like Stranger Things and Obi-Wan and all the summer
And
blockbusters.
the boys,
And the boys, yeah, which is a crazy time for all the shows.
yeah,
But if
everything.
anything, I hope, and I think Kevin Feige is smart in this. I hope they don't shy away from, because especially the visual style and this show is like very different from all the Marvel stuff. I hope they
Mhm.
don't see the viewership and like, okay, I guess we have to stick with formula, because I think
Oh
this,
right, I get it.
yeah,
So they still like want to do something different instead of just
yeah, I
like
hope not.
shy away. But fair enough,
'Cause,
that's actually a good point.
yeah,
But Albert, is it better
I
than
hope that's not what
Hawkeye?
they do.
It's not. You haven't decided
The
yet.
show's not done yet. I think 3 episodes in, this show has been more solid than Hawkeye because Hawkeye really picks up pace at episode 3. The first episode was okay, but 3 episodes in, I think this Marvel's been better. So,
Yeah, actually, yeah. Huh. If
so yeah,
that's all we have, I think, for Miss Marvel.
I think so.
I'm not sure if Kelvin still keeps it up. I
Oh,
think Kelvin's still keeping it up.
Kelvin have a review. I forgot to read it.
Oh, for Marvel
Yep,
episode 3.
this Marvel.
Okay.
I'm
Go
still
on.
not hooked yet. The story is picking up. Yes, that's good. There is a bit of action, I guess. Don't know why, but I like Nakia and find Bruno kind of annoying. Damage control sucks so far. Jin people is meh as well. At least the ending with the Nani saying the train as well is interesting.
Mm.
Fun fact: apparently, the kid who played Bruno is in one of the front runners to play Peter Parker. Tom Holland, this Tom Holland Peter Parker, but he didn't get the cut.
Oh,
Now he plays
oh, he
Bruno.
didn't make the cut. Oh,
Which
they got the.
I can really see. I can really see it, like the way how he acts and like it's for proto Peter Parker.
Wait, wait. So telling me that in another universe, that kid made it to Peter Parker, and then we get to see Tom Holland playing as Bruno.
That's crazy.
That's just really crazy.
Yeah. Okay then. So let's just wrap up the show.
Yep. We can wrap up the show. Uh, let me shout Kelvin out first because he's not here. Yes. Right. So you can find Kelvin on Instagram at KYAce27. You can find him on YouTube and Letterbox. He doesn't post on YouTube at Disco Monkey.
Mhm.
You can find me on Instagram at Ariq Andria, or you can find me on Letterbox at Ricky Do. Go plug yourself.
You can find me on Instagram at tg23399, and you can find me on Twitter at tegidu.
And you can
And
find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Wiradharma. Find me on Letterboxd and YouTube, Jaw Movies. That's where we live stream. That's also where I post my reviews for Planet of the Apes if you want to see that. But yeah,
oh,
check me out there. And then follow us at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram. That's where we put the live tweet, where we post everything when we go live. If there's any updates with the show, it's on Councilmen Show, Twitter and Instagram. So check that out. Also find our podcast wherever you listen to podcast audio feed. It's called The Councilman. And yeah, subscribe there, leave a review for the Councilman Show. And again, if you're international listeners, again, I just found this out. So if you have had the review this whole time and you never read it because we cannot see it, so take a screenshot of the review, send it to our email, which I should have checked this real quick. But I'm pretty sure it's councilmanshow@gmail.com.
what,
Right?
do you
Or
have the review?
like screenshot the review. Yeah, it's councilmenshow@gmail.com. Screenshot your review, send it to our email, and we will read out the review because again we cannot see it from here.
Oh, that was very unfair.
If you're on Apple Podcasts, specifically referring to Apple Podcasts, other platform I think you can review still. So yeah, and check out our merch if you want to. That's at TeePublic. /user/councilmen show.
Two
But,
out of
yeah.
3 designs. One of them is you know what happened.
Limited edition. The other one. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Sorry. Before we got off, so Katie Lynch just says, makes me sad that 2 out of 4 of this councilmen dislike the show. Well, it's not that we just actually, yeah, you're right. Technically, it's a dislike.
And the
It's
other
not that
one
we
doesn't
hate it,
have an opinion.
Yeah, the other
Haven't
one is
seen
just
it.
too dumb to actually watch it. So
I didn't say
Hehe,
that.
well.
How it is.
HeHeXD.
So yeah. Okay, so and with that, the councilman has spoken. I don't know why Kelvin keeps doing that. So
God.
dumb. Anyway, we'll see you on the next episode.